It all began when I received an unexpected package on my doorstep. No return address, just a weathered brown box with a single tag that read, Volume 2, Unveiling More True and Spine-Chilling Unexplained Horror Stories. Intrigued and cautious, I brought the package inside and opened it to find an old, dusty book bound in leather. Curiosity got the better of me, and I started flipping through the pages. The stories within were eerie, recounting inexplicable events that sent shivers down my spine. Unexplained disappearances, ghostly apparitions, and supernatural occurrences filled the pages. Little did I know that reading this forbidden tome would unleash something beyond comprehension. As I delved deeper into the stories, strange occurrences began in my own life. I heard whispers echoing through the halls of my house, chilling words that seemed to come from nowhere. The air grew heavy with an otherworldly presence, and shadows danced in the corners of my vision. One night as I lay in bed, the whispers intensified. I felt an icy breath on the back of my neck, and the room seemed to grow colder. A figure materialized at the foot of my bed, a specter from one of the stories I had read. It stared at me with hollow eyes, and I could feel its malevolent energy enveloping me. The cursed reflection, as the next story described it, haunted mirrors and reflective surfaces. I couldn't escape the feeling that someone was watching me through every mirror in my home. Each reflection revealed distorted faces, twisted and contorted in agony. I tried to dismiss it as my imagination, but the reflection seemed to take on a life of its own. Late one night, I caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure in the bathroom mirror. It mimicked my movements, but its eyes gleamed with a sinister intent. The more I tried to avert my gaze, the stronger the connection became. I felt a strange pull, as if the mirror was a portal to a dark dimension. The tale of the forgotten doll told of an antique plaything with a sinister secret. Intrigued by the story, I scoured local antique shops until I found a doll that matched the description. It had an eerie, lifelike quality that sent shivers down my spine. As the nights passed, the doll seemed to move on its own. Its porcelain eyes followed me, and I heard the soft pitter-patter of tiny footsteps in the darkness. Objects rearranged themselves when I wasn't looking, and an unsettling laughter echoed through my home. The forgotten doll had become a malevolent presence, an entity bound to me through the cursed pages of the forbidden tome. Haunted by these unexplained horrors, my sanity began to unravel. Sleep became a distant memory, as nightmares and reality merged into a nightmarish blur. I saw glimpses of the characters from the stories standing at the edge of my bed, their eyes filled with an ancient malevolence. In a desperate attempt to break free from the curse, I sought the help of paranormal experts and mediums. They performed rituals and cleansings, but the supernatural entities grew stronger. It seemed the more I tried to resist, the more entangled I became in the web of horror woven by the forbidden tome. As the malevolent forces tightened their grip, I realized that the only way to end the nightmare was to confront the source. Armed with the cursed book, I entered a realm between worlds. The characters from the stories materialized around me, their eyes filled with a hunger for release. In a surreal landscape, I faced each entity, reliving the horrors described in the forbidden tome. The air crackled with dark energy as the final confrontation unfolded. The boundaries between reality and fiction blurred, and I struggled to maintain a grip on my sanity. Exhausted and broken, I emerged from the otherworldly realm, the forbidden tome clutched tightly in my hands. The haunting whispers ceased, the cursed reflection faded, and the forgotten doll became nothing more than a lifeless artifact. But as I closed the book, a voice echoed in my mind, a haunting outro reminiscent of a YouTube video. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the abyss. Remember, some stories are better left untold. Until next time, stay curious, stay haunted. As the words lingered in the air, I couldn't shake the feeling that the horrors unleashed by the forbidden tome were not truly vanquished. The line between reality and fiction remained forever blurred, and the true nature of the malevolent forces within the stories would continue to haunt me in the shadows of my existence.